2 years ago, at the back end of 2022, I started a series on this channel, the 0 to 6 figure portfolio series, where I really wanted to showcase that it is possible to trade narratives, earn airdrops, farm yields, and do really well for yourself. Now, it's been a bit of a slog, and we started off the series very slowly and kind of trended sideways for a long time. We had ups and downs along the way, sometimes massive green candles and at times massive red candles. Today, I'm very excited to show you that we've actually managed to complete the portfolio and we've reached our goal of $100,000. Now, a lot of this has just happened over the last few weeks with the rise of the AI agent narrative, as well as some recent airdrops in the form of Hyperliquid. But we've also had some very excellent trades along the way, especially in recent weeks, that have come to fruition just in the last few days, giving us a massive rise in our portfolio value. Now, you can see it on screen right now, $100,000. It feels kind of crazy to see this on screen right now. And there's a number of things that have happened over the last few days. I mean, the last update that I actually made was yesterday. I mean, you can see today we're up another 10% today. And I'll kind of talk through what's happened. One of the latest innovations, one of the latest assets in the portfolio, which we've actually had in our portfolio for a long time, but there was a TGE for it today. So yeah, I mean, look, we're up 10% over the last 24 hours. In the last week, we're up almost 40%. And in the last month, we're up 135%. I mean, the vast majority of the gains have happened in the last month. And I think the top three assets in this portfolio really go to show some of these incredible gains. Hyperliquid up over 100% in the last 7 days. It's now at a 27 billion valuation. AIXBT, which has been the best kind of buy, the best performance in terms of an asset that we've bought in the portfolio, at 1,400% up on that position. And then recently, you know, look at Validao just in the last day, up 78% in the last day, and yeah, hundreds of percent over the last weeks as well. Now, in terms of the addition from yesterday, nothing has been added actually, apart from Simio and the token SYMM. Now, what I did do is the remainder of the USDC that I had in the portfolio, I basically chucked into this, and we had our, it's not really an airdrop, but our migration, which came in the form of SYMM. So we had that as well to add to this position. So that's kind of where this has all come from, and it's just literally launched. So literally an hour ago, if that. And as soon as I saw this launch, I decided to buy. So it hasn't changed that much. I think it's a 50% up since launch, which is nice, of course. Very nice for sure. But yeah, I thought I'll just briefly talk you through my thesis behind why I've bought it, and kind of what it even is to begin with. So Simio is a piece of infrastructure that's used to power all kinds of protocols, especially DeFi protocols. And it is like the liquidity and settlement layer. And they do this through their own network of solvers. So they have this network of solvers that anyone can kind of plug into and use for themselves. And they have a fee to use this liquidity and settlement layer, which is essentially all they've built. They are infrastructure at the end of the day. Yeah, I think you can see directly on their website as well, kind of how many intents have been traded through Simio powered infrastructure in terms of the volume as well that's been traded. Now, for me, what's interesting is looking at the analysis here in terms of the trade volume, the revenue, and things like that. Now, I think if you actually take a look at the revenue, in recent days, they're making $10,000 to $15,000 a day, which if you annualize is about, let's say, 3 to 7 million approximately annualized, which is decent. But I think if you actually look at the valuation of Simio today, it's trading at a 40 million market cap and about 125 million FDV. I mean, you wouldn't say that that's the best deal in the world at all, especially when you look at this. But I think Simio should be valued a little bit differently to other kind of derivative protocols. And that's because, firstly, Simio is infrastructure. It isn't an app itself. It powers other applications. So I think because of that, it certainly should trade at a premium. And secondly, I think it isn't about what Simio has today that I think is very interesting. It's about what's coming tomorrow. And I think with that, we're going to see a whole range of other solver networks that are powering, I should say, there are a whole range of other front ends that are powered by Simio solver network. And I think that is kind of the exciting thing about what's to come with Simio. That's kind of why I decided to buy this over a year ago when we had Juice in the portfolio. If you go to some of the very, very, very early episodes of this series, you'll know that we had Juice in the portfolio, and we've had that for a long time. Obviously, we migrated it into the SYMM token, and now it's come to fruition. Now, I haven't got all of my tokens, so over the next few months, the rest of these tokens will get added into this portfolio. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are at the moment in terms of kind of why I decided to buy it. It's not about what's there right now, it's about what's coming. And there are a variety of front ends that are building on Simio already, and I think that's going to be really, really interesting. Now, not only that, I also believe that Simio will hopefully offer other types of derivatives in future. And they can be things like option products or even other kind of assets that they can bring through their solver network on chain. So I think because of this, I think we're going to see a diversification of where some of the yield even comes from, or some of the revenue comes from, which again, I think is another real benefit. So I think overall, based on that, I'm pretty excited to see kind of what comes for Sim and what comes for Simio over time. At the moment, yeah, it's trading at a 40 million valuation market cap, and this is 120 or 125 million fully diluted valuation, possibly even a little bit higher, maybe 130 million FTV, which I think is fairly reasonable for infrastructure and kind of what's to come with all of these other front ends, possibly in future even some diversification in terms of other sorts of derivatives that they power. So yeah, pretty excited for this one, and that's why I did actually use the remainder of the USDC to buy it. It's a reasonably good sized position in the portfolio, but of course the vast majority of it is taken by some of these larger assets at the top with the likes of Hype. If we look at all time here, you'll be able to see exactly kind of what's happening here. And look, I think over time we've kind of grown this portfolio, and we did really, really well as we went into kind of April, March, and then kind of blared really heavily, going as low as like $25,000 back in September, and it's crazy to think that just in 3 months we've been able to just skyrocket like that and really hit this goal. So yeah, I'm super happy that we've been able to achieve this. One thing I want to say to all of you guys is, yeah, I appreciate all of the support that you've given me, all of the guys who have been watching every single episode. We've done 57 episodes. Just wanted to say thank you to all of you. I'm not sure what we're going to do now. I mean, the series is over. I've finished it now. Let me know, what do you think I should do? If you've got some other ideas, maybe we can start a different portfolio series altogether. Maybe that would be fun. But either way, yeah, just wanted to say thank you. I didn't think that we'd be able to achieve this so quickly, but we did. So super happy, and yeah, just wanted to say thank you all. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and maybe we'll have a new series. Maybe we'll carry on. I don't know. You guys need to tell me. But either way, I'll see you very soon.